going on, guys?
Hey.
We got the Funky Bunch podcast. First episode. We don't know what we're doing. If you saw the disaster of trying to set this up, then it'd be pretty comical. But we're just going to roll with it. So basically, I'm your host. My name is Blake, and we're going to have a bunch of different people that are a part of the Funky Bunch, join as co-hosts throughout the podcast that we make. But today our special guests are my fiance Rachel. We got Braden NK, and Braden is also a member of the Funky Bunch. So we're gonna kick this off and just see if we can make something funny for you guys. Yeah, pretty much.
Absolutely. Well, Blake, we're super excited to be here. It really is such an honor to be here.
Oh, dude, I know. Just a typical Saturday. Just
well,
chilling.
you and your platform this far that you've created online, it's just cool to have that access to those sort of people.
I'm totally launching this on a new YouTube channel with 0 subscribers, so we got a good platform to work with. I like to call it a fresh start. That's how it is. So
yeah.
Anyways, ladies, what's up with y'all?
Not much. Just had, nice eventful morning. Got a lot of stuff done.
Well, Kay, why don't we start with you as far as how your morning went, how you felt when you woke up. Just kind of give us the lowdown.
That's not funny.
Who you are and what it is that you do.
You know how my morning starts?
That's true.
Every morning he texts me and he's like, hey, good morning, how'd you sleep? And every morning I'm like, really bad actually, like pretty terribly. I sleep like shit.
It's an awful question.
I had nightmares. I was up all night, whatever, every morning.
Why do you think you have
Why
so
do you
many
keep
nightmares?
I don't know, dude. It's just many.
Just got some. Well, that's a good way to lead off this podcast. The mental issues of our day and age.
Yeah.
What is up with that?
It's tough.
Everybody's
man.
just going through some shit, It doesn't seem to get any easier. The older you get, it seems to just get a little bit fucking rough in every aspect of life. I mean, shit, a fucking carton of eggs is fucking, what, $9 now?
Dude, I got some from my coworker the other day. I felt like I was sitting on a gold mine.
Yeah.
Farm fresh eggs.
Shit, should I just go to the flea market and fucking
You know what's
start selling
crazy?
these
Is
bad
like
boys?
you're not even allowed to sell them.
Oh.
Yeah, well, you can, but
What?
there's like these permitted ways of how they want you to like store them and label them. You gotta stamp them and shit.
Yeah.
And then if you don't do those things, it's technically illegal to sell eggs.
Oh.
Right?
That is interesting.
That's
Yeah.
such baloney. We've always sold our eggs to like neighbors and stuff.
Well, you can do that, but like if you actually sold like if like the IRS came and did you just tell on your mom and dad?
It's not that serious.
On
They're
the
just
internet?
eggs.
Dude, they will come and get you.
No, and it's not like
They will
masses
take all
of
your
them. They're not
stuff.
like making any profit. What are they gonna take the chickens?
They could take the chicken and then what? No more eggs for anybody.
We would just buy more chickens.
Yeah, we can look with that. Talk about a bank account crisis. Anyway, going back to what you said, Blake, I think today's day and age, we just have an issue of overexposure.
Oh, yeah.
We're exposed
Big
to
time.
so many things in the world that we think that we're supposed to be doing,
Yeah.
People
Well,
in their
social media
lives.
doesn't help when you see all people post is just their social media right now is basically just like what would you call it? A highlight reel. It's a highlight reel of everybody's life, so a lot
It's
of
all the
people
good
tend to
stuff.
get down because they're seeing pictures of all their peers going out doing
Potato.
stuff. Oh, why didn't I get invited to that? So then people just start to feel like they're left out in a lot of ways. Or you see people that are rich our age that get to go travel the world and do everything that they want. Like, why the fuck is that not happening for me? Why
Yeah.
are we up here, building fences, selling
Yeah.
campers? And,
Why are we in this silly little room on a podcast right
yeah,
now?
dude,
You
how
know?
did we even get
Does
here?
this get us there? Does this get us to that point? So
Hey, that's all up to you. Like and subscribe for more content.
I don't think they want you to point at them, man. People
I don't know. It's
like
really
it.
weird when you
People
point
don't
at
Like
the
and
camera.
subscribe. Just do it.
Don't
You
put that on
can't
them,
look
Ricky
at-
Bobby.
Fucking Nike, just
Don't
do
you
it.
put that on them.
You can't look at the camera.
I can do it.
I can do
I feel
it.
like Jim from The Office every time I cut
Yeah,
my
if you
eyes
look
off
in
and
the
I'm like, are
camera-
you guys
Have
getting
you been
this?
looking at the camera?
I tried not to, but it kind of happens. I didn't
Well-
point at them.
Yeah, no, that was worse. Definitely the
So
pointing was
I'm
the worst
interested
part.
in this. Going back to your nightmares that you have, what are they about? most of the
All
time?
types of shit, dude. Like there's bears chasing me, or there's like a fire,
Are
or like
these-
people are dying,
Are
or like
these things that
nobody.
have happened to you in your life? Because I feel like dreams kind of relate at
Have you been
least
chased
some
by a
sort of
bear?
emotion you're feeling at the time. I don't know. Or is it just random as hell?
No, there's definitely like some subconscious like something that's
Some
going
sort of
on.
fear or
but
Some
something.
symbolism there. Like, what is the
I
bear?
like to think so.
You know,
it
what is
depends.
the fire? What are the dead people?
Oh,
What?
I know. I remember there was a time whenever I was always having dreams about teeth, like losing teeth or like I don't
I've had
know,
some of those.
getting. And there's something
That's
to it. Like
that's supposed
teeth
to be
in
a
your
significant
dreams
one.
means
Yeah.
that like X, Y, and Z.
There's got to be a book about this.
I have it.
Ooh, I have one too here right now in the other room.
A book about teeth?
Is it here with
No,
us
no,
now?
no. It's how to interpret dreams.
Is it here with us now? Well, let's bring it on in.
It's
Oh,
in
look,
the-
here it comes. Here it comes. Imagine, that'd be cool if we did have like a... That
just
could
walked
be
in.
Barclay's purpose. Is like
Yeah.
he brings us things.
That's good.
And then
Yeah.
he
He's a
immediately
little
gets...
butler.
And he has to dress like a
So you don't
butler,
get to
too.
say
It's kind
anything.
of
Gets-
hateful.
Huh?
Why doesn't Barkley get to talk?
No.
You have to.
Well,
Well, it's all just going to be TikTok.
You have to
related
meet
content
Barkley
that he
before you
took
ask that
jokes
question.
from.
he has this ability. See, like, it's somebody that doesn't even know him, really.
Yeah.
And just like, well,
Lucky
how
you.
come he doesn't get to do it? And it's like,
Oh my god.
man, just wait until you meet him.
I remember when that was me.
I said that
Honestly,
about this guy twice.
Yeah, Rachel used to like...
I used to be like that. I used to be like,
Yeah.
guys, why are you so mean to him? He's like not that bad. I would be nice to him, and then I like got to know him, and I was like, this fucking guy. So yeah, you
which
just
is
have to
funny.
hang out with him a couple times, and then you're gonna be like, Barkley, shut the fuck up. Like every time he talks.
Yeah, if you could just like shut your mouth when you're talking, that'd
Yeah,
be great.
please.
Yeah, he's the one. We'll let him talk. We'll let him come on, but like, A, mute his microphone.
Yep.
B, we're gonna edit him out of the videos and be like, man, sorry that like you just weren't in the frame,
Yeah.
right? And
Camera glitch.
yeah,
It's like,
it
oh,
was a
sorry,
camera
bro.
glitch.
Which hopefully we're not having any of those right now. Who fucking knows?
Oh, that's true. What if they're not even recording?
Could be a high
We did-
possibility
where
right
that's another, part that he could play in is like sitting behind the camera,
now.
making
Just
sure
be the
they're not.
producer, make sure everything's going well.
We're trusting Barkley with an awful lot of tasks
Yeah.
here, and this guy.
Seems like a lot of responsibility.
Yeah, a lot of responsibility for a guy that we can't really get his shit together. So I don't know if
Yeah.
that's like the best move.
I will admit,
I like the butler
he's
idea.
extremely unreliable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is this
Totally.
all things that y'all would say to his face?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Every day.
It's
is my
so
life.
easy to insult him to his
Hey,
face. Like
don't
even
get
if
this
you're
wrong.
not the kind of person that like
I don't
would
think I could
insult
take it
someone.
if my friends told me that.
love him.
Yeah, we love him
love
very
him.
much.
That's just
Barkley-
how you
That's
have to
why we
communicate
can
with
say
him.
these things about him
Okay.
because we do say this to his face
But
quite
here's
often.
the deal. Here's the greatest part, and the worst part at the same time. He knows he's this way. He knows, and that
crazy.
is where it throws things for a loop. And it honestly, into his defense, it does make it seem a little silly. That's why it
Yeah.
like doesn't actually upset us. We're like, oh my gosh, this guy is just an absolute nut job. It's an endless loop.
I know. I hear
Endless
you.
feedback.
I hear you.
Hopefully he figures it out. Well,
Enough
so
about him.
going to you two guys, y'all are big in the yoga community, huh?
It's
What has that
true.
done for y'all's life?
Well, you've got all those followers on TikTok, so I get to go first.
I don't know.
We got our A1
Knock it
marketer
off.
right here.
What was the question?
what
Sorry,
has
I'm stoned.
y'all are big in that y'all are big in the yoga community.
You're what?
I said I can't hear. I got my beauty on. Sorry, hold on. Let me kill this. You gotta roll it up. so I can
Rewind.
use my ears again.
Rewind. But I think what Blake's asking is like, what is yoga to you? Why do you do it?
That's such like a multifaceted question. How do you answer a question like that?
Well, someone who doesn't do yoga or anything, how has it changed? Does it change your mentality? Do you go there because it makes you feel better afterwards? You just trying to get flexible?
no, yeah. There's something. There's something.
Yeah, man, I pretty much just sent her there to get flexible.
I did it
Yeah,
first. I literally did it first.
Yeah, I know. That's why I want you to go first, because you have a more extensive journey with it.
Yeah. There's something that is like really mind blowing about feeling so connected to your body. And, like that was crazy for me whenever I first started like actually being like I have control and like it makes you feel so strong.
Right.
And yeah, I don't know, definitely good for you.
That's good.
But it's different for everybody. There's lots of people that just do it for stretching or fitness or whatever. Your turn.
Yeah. And she wasn't saying that last part and then making it my turn, because that's what it is for me, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
But it is a big part of what it is for me. We were discussing this earlier today of like kind of the classes that we attend at Shout Out Duality and Halo Athletic Center. Go Amanda. Some of those classes, like there are the certain, I don't know,
Like
categories
styles or
and
whatever?
styles of yoga, and there's actually a lot of them.
Yeah.
What a lot of people don't understand is that like yoga is actually, that term is actually just the movements.
No, asana is just the postures.
Yeah, it's just the
Yoga
postures.
encompasses like 8 different parts that
Yeah.
all discuss like meditation and breath work and
And the framework of it,
self work.
yeah, really could be considered a religion.
Hmm.
You know, people can have a religious connection to it,
Yeah.
right? And you could dive forever. I mean, imagine, I guarantee you that you
Picture
could,
this.
Picture this. I mean, you could do yoga for the rest of your life, and there's still like every day it's probably going to change its meaning to you,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, that makes sense.
You know?
That's
Just
the
like
cool
anything
thing, yeah.
you get connected to.
Yeah.
It's like why
every
we go
day.
to EDM shows so much. It's basically a damn religion, headbanging and
Acting weird.
Yeah.
just
And
being
how
around
cool is that? I
community.
mean, some people would consider, like, if you sat down yoga attendees, yogis, if you will, and then wooks, you know, rave babies,
Yeah.
that they would argue that those are two polar opposite people.
Yeah.
And
You
look it
think
up.
so? No, I think
There's
there's
a
a
lot of
fine
them-
line. There's a
I've
fine
seen a lot of
line.
them.
There's a
That
lot of
argue.
people that
Yeah.
that
Yeah,
don't
that's
do
a good
that.
point.
Do it though because we went to a camping festival in Austin and they had a morning yoga. It was like the next morning we woke up after partying all night and there's a morning yoga sesh.
Awesome. I wish
And
we
it was-
had actually done
We
it.
didn't go
but-
because we were feeling like
We were
shit. We
still
went to
sleeping.
Chick-fil-A because we're a piece of shit.
It's the same thing.
That's okay.
Yeah.
That's almost
Actually, I had to
the
go to
same.
Walmart and buy a whole new fit.
That's
because
God's
I
chicken.
I
Oh,
forgot
that
to
new
pack
fit.
clothes.
That's when we got
Oops.
Gavin.
Oh yeah, little
Oh,
Gavin.
Okay.
By the way, everyone, if you can't see Gavin,
Can you grab him
And
and
the-
put him
would
on
you mind?
camera, please?
could you bring him in here?
So
This
this
is
is
Gavin.
Gavin.
He
has,
vibrates.
He has a little button on the
Oh,
side and he
wait.
vibrates.
Wait.
Yeah, we bought him at
Swing all the way
Walmart
here.
and
That's
yep.
definitely
I
working.
can hear it.
I
Oh,
bet
yeah.
it's
I
working.
bet they can hear
Yeah,
it.
they can hear that. Gavin was a
It
fun party trick.
vibrates.
A bunch of people just out of their mind throw Gavin to him, makes him feel a little bit better.
Yeah, Gavin's cool.
He's a nice
Gavin.
guy.
He just chills.
We continue on with what you were saying, or
Yeah.
did you lose track?
I was just pretty sad that we didn't get to make the yoga because you
Yeah.
talked
Oh,
about
yeah.
it so much.
Yeah.
I
We
wanted,
wanted
to,
to,
do
but
it.
I felt like shit and
Yeah.
slept on a hard ground, really didn't get sleep. And
It
then
was
I
wet,
realized
too.
so here's actually a funny story. I'm yelling at
I'm here for
Catherine
it.
and Rachel
So-
the whole damn
touch me.
day before of us packing and going up there. I'm like, we got to pack light. Like, come on, we have to carry this to our campsite and set it up. I'm like, y'all are packing way too much. Like, it's not that much. We ended up kind of finessing to where we could get, we pulled up kind of near our campsite, so it wasn't too bad. But I get there and it bit me in the ass for being such a dick about it. I literally opened my bag and I was like, I literally forgot to pack clothes for the second day.
Whoops.
I was like, oh shit.
Yeah.
She was like, yeah, pack light.
Your
pack light.
definition of packing light is like not packing at all.
Yeah, pretty much. I
he-
kind of
Being
did that.
completely
So
unprepared.
Well, we literally had clothes in the washer, like that we were washing specifically to take with us. And like we were about to leave, and I was like, Blake, what about the clothes in the dryer? Do you not need them? Don't you want to
I
pack
bet he
them?
yelled at you.
I was
Did you
just-
get your
And he
clothes
said-
out of the
He
dryer?
did. Tell us
Yeah,
what he
I
said.
had my stuff.
Tell us
I
what
was
he
all
did.
good. I said, "Don't you need that? Like, isn't that like what you're wearing this weekend?" And he was like, "No, we're packing light." I said, "We're packing light." And so he left the clothes, and then we
didn't.
got
Oof.
there, and he goes, "Do you have the first night? It's raining. Do you have extra socks? Because
got
I don't
mud all
have
over
any more. I have these are my only pair, and they're all wet."
Roasted.
I
God
said,
dang
"Yeah,
it.
luckily I brought extras for you."
That's hilarious, man.
Yeah, so
That
I
made
had to
you
go
look
to
like a
Walmart
total
and buy a whole
dumbass.
new fit.
That's awesome. That, like,
Burn.
imagine most people probably wouldn't bring that story up about themselves. It says a lot about you and
Yeah.
your character. You know.
Well, you know, everybody can learn
Gotta go with
something
what's
from my
funny.
mistakes. That's going to be the biggest thing for me for, you know, I have a lot of mistakes.
like, what I've already learned through this story is like if you're going somewhere, pack clothes.
Pack clothes.
Yeah, probably.
You can pack
If
light,
you're going
but just
somewhere
at
for
least
more than a day, pack some
pack
clothes.
Just learning.
Yeah.
How old are you? What a lesson to be learning
I mean-
at 26.
Well,
Yeah.
man, and that just relays into, you know, us going to London. Like, I probably was very underprepared for that. Talk about underpreparedness that
Well,
we
that
could
was
learn.
the point of the trip.
It was. We literally booked the first like 3 nights we're there. We're like, all right, we got a place to stay. We booked it. Terrible hostel.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
We're
Well,
we're in a
Blakey-
room with
yeah.
people that don't even speak English. We're like,
Yeah.
oh god, this is a disaster.
He wasn't. I didn't like properly prepare him for that experience of like, hey, like these hostels are like they're could potentially just be
yeah.
bunk
You
beds.
gotta walk up
And
like
we all share
five
showers,
stairs,
yeah, and, like-
5 different floors.
That's like part of the vibe, though.
yeah,
Yeah.
no,
That's
no.
the whole.
I
Well, I was
enjoyed that.
I was purposely doing this because we eventually got like a decent room, but I feel like, you know, the most of the time when you think about like a vacation or something like that, you're thinking like you're either staying in a hotel
Yeah.
or you're gonna stay in like a nice little Airbnb,
Right.
something that's like, I don't know, like it's got the comforts at home, which
Yeah.
it's like the whole point of that trip was to make sure we were uncomfortable the whole time, really.
Yeah, and
Besides the scabies,
we absolutely were.
I didn't enjoy that part.
Yeah.
Those were super uncomfortable.
That
Did you
was
actually, wait, what? Did you get cape?
not me.
Did I say that out loud?
Did you actually get that?
Yeah, so it came from this hat that we found in a phone booth, right?
It's
Was
a
it?
true story.
We were
I
in.
didn't believe you.
Dude, they have those
I didn't.
cool actual phone booths that you see in the old movies, just like a red phone booth. We walk
Yeah.
in there and there's this big hat in there, and I got lucky. I had a hat on like this, and I put it over my head 1st on my hat.
I have a photo
Yeah.
of Blake wearing. Can
Wearing
you pull
the
that
hat,
photo
but
up
I-
real quick? Can everyone see that
On
photo?
the big screen.
Maybe
You have to
I
point
can,
to
I
it,
can
like,
pop it up
beside
on
you.
screen.
It'll be up here.
Yeah, there it is.
I like that sound
Yeah,
effect.
dude. If it could make that noise, that'd be great.
We'll make it happen.
Can
We'll
you
put
do
it on
that
screen.
exactly?
So I had my hat on, and I put the hat on over it. So like, I'm just like, whatever, wore it for a little bit. Then Braden puts it on bare head. He wakes up the next day and has
Bald
scabies.
spot and everything?
Yeah.
Like your bald spot touched
No,
that shit?
I would argue that it caused the majority of my bald spot.
Honestly.
Whatever.
That and my genetics,
I was gonna
but
Thanks,
no,
Kevin.
But yeah, I woke up the next day, and you know what's even better is I knew it was scabies immediately because I had already had them before.
Yeah.
That
and
makes
these-
it better? That
Well,
this was
be-
your just
I
second encounter with
identified
scabies?
I identified the issue immediately.
Yeah.
And we really didn't do anything about it. I don't think I even mentioned it.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't until like a month or so later that I told everyone about my full-on episode of like having to skip a whole week's worth of class after spring break
Or
because
flying home from London back to the States with it.
they
Oh,
were
that's a whole
everywhere.
nother story of us flying
They were
back.
everywhere.
Our-
Yeah.
Talking about unpreparedness, we literally don't even book the same flight. We're just like, oh yeah, we're gonna meet there this day and this day. So we think we kind of have the times
Why?
coordinated. Well, I get back to like the States on the way back, and by the way, me, Braden, and Barclay that night, we went to town. We were and Barclay had literally a room the size of this room, small room
Smaller.
that he lived in. Like this is what he
Oh,
lived
because
in.
he was studying there.
We
Yeah.
get smashed. We drink
Yeah,
like
he lived in
3
London
bottles
for
of liquor and like
6
3 bottles of wine and like up until like 4 a.m. And then me and Braden have to catch a flight at like fucking 5 a.m. So then when we get back to the States, I'm so hungover. I'm sitting next to some smelly lady. I'm just
That could have been you. That could have been you. That was
me.
smelly.
Very likely was.
Well, and it's
But-
like 8 a.m. whenever you land or something
Oh,
ridiculous,
it was like
right?
9 hours later. Yeah. Oh, I guess the time changed.
No, it was
but-
late at night because
It
I
was late
remember
at
I
night.
was Snapchatting
so
you.
I land and he lands and I call him. I'm like, all right, bro, I'm going to land back in Houston because we rode to the airport together. I'm like, all right, I'm going to land back at Houston at 6. He's like, bro, I fucked up somehow. I didn't realize I don't land back here until 10:30 at night. I was like, fuck. And I was so tired because we didn't
Did he
sleep
just
at all
have
the
like
night
the
before.
longest layover ever
Yes.
somewhere?
I don't even know. I cannot remember at the moment what happened, but it was something to where, like, when I originally read the flight times, and obviously it could be something as simple as, like, they just got changed. But I think they stayed the same, but there was some type of change in the time that put me there 4 hours after him when
It was a glitch in the Matrix.
it was, dude. At
was.
one point, we were on the same flight,
Yeah.
sitting together, arriving at the same time, and then all of a sudden, separate
That's
flights.
crazy.
Blake gets
Like-
there
You
You
6
changed
hours.
timelines.
Yeah,
Dude, I
Wow,
just
that's
sat in
impressive.
my car and just
Impressive.
I don't even know
excuse
if
there.
this is the same Blake.
felt like dying for hours just waiting for him to get back. I called my mom. I was like, Mom, I made
What do I
it
do?
home.
She's furious.
She's like,
furious.
oh, you driving? No, she was out with Angie and they're drinking. They're
Why
like,
would she be
"Ah,
mad?
Come
how
meet
was
us."
your trip?" I'm like, I don't want to talk about it right now. I'm waiting for Braden for like 6 hours in this car. Oh, we'll have fun with that. And I'm like, oh shit. So
This is
yeah, it
hilarious.
was quite eventful.
Which is funny.
Did you actually just wait in the car? You could have like gone and.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
I-
he
gone
just
somewhere.
hung out
almost-
in the airport.
I literally
bro.
almost went and booked a hotel just to sleep in for like 6
Aw.
hours. I was so
You poor
tired.
thing.
So
Did you
I
sleep
think
in
I
the
just
car?
laid my seat back and just listened to music and
He
Dude,
was definitely
believe it or
asleep
not,
when I pulled
I've
up.
had some of the best sleeps of my life in my car, in the front seat of my
same.
tiny fucking car, halfway laid back.
Yep.
Just knocked out.
Is
Yeah.
it when
Isn't that
you're
weird?
like absolutely exhausted though?
Yeah, it's like when I've been. Yeah, that's so valid.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to take that away
no,
from you.
no.
I'm just saying like it would be that concept.
It's
like
true.
Yeah.
It's
Some
like
of
when
the
I'm
best
going
sleeps.
and like.
Yeah.
I
road
don't think I
tripping
got
and
much
stuff like
sleep
that.
at all. And then I had to drive all the way back from Houston, drop him off in College Station, and then
What's
drive
up?
to Waco.
Giggle.
And then, yeah, and in the meantime, this is when me and Rachel had just become friends, actually. And she's like sending me
Aw.
Snapchats. She's at a show
Who's
in
that
Dallas.
Getter?
She's going to a Getter show,
Was
and
that a
she's just
Getter
like
show?
sending me videos of her at this, and I'm just like trying to one eye open, driving home, like fuck.
Why I'm sleeping? Like,
Yeah.
sorry, man, I'm exhausted
Sorry,
from that
bro.
flight. He's like, that was great. That was great.
Yeah.
But I mean, those,
That trip was fun.
you know, those kind of stories that they
So-
created who we
Doesn't
are.
sound
But you
know?
keep talking about learning and unpreparedness and learning from your unpreparedness.
Mm-hmm.
From that trip, I mean, can you give examples? Like, what is it that. What'd you
Well,
learn? If you would do it again,
I
what would you
learned
do
that I
differently?
like comfort, and I'm not staying in no damn hostel anymore.
Ever.
I would never.
No, I'm not about that life. I'm going
He's
to
a big
hotel. I'm a big dude. It's not fun.
He had to
Carrying
sleep
a
on the
bunch
top
of
bunk a couple
my
nights.
suitcase up 5 flights of stairs. So, you know,
I
sleep
found the
next
way
to
to
some-
go is. Sorry.
Random
No, you're
stranger.
I found the way to go is to book a hostel, but like a private room in the hostel.
Yeah, yeah.
So
that
you
would
still
be
get the
fine.
socialization,
Oh.
the
Right.
amenities, whatever.
Yes.
But
That would be cool. I didn't know you could do that.
Privacy.
Yeah.
Privately?
No,
Well-
the
Private-
ones, yeah, the ones we were staying in, like,
That's a good one.
I mean, I'm not gonna say I don't know. I don't remember if I was purposely doing this, like to you, but like not one single hostel that we stayed in did. Which we only stayed in like
Were you looking at
3
the
different
reviews
ones.
and stuff?
probably not. I was just
No.
using like
You have to-
Hostel World and going at it.
You have to research because
Yeah.
there's
Yeah,
some
Well,
we didn't-
remember
we didn't
what
do
we
much
did
of that.
that when we were leaving the first place to go to the second.
We went to the most ghetto
yeah,
downtown
it was,
area
like,
of
really
London.
bad part of London.
Yikes.
Dude, we're like walking
Is
with our
there-
Or it wasn't
suitcases.
a good part
It
of
No,
wasn't
London?
the
London,
hostel
is
that
the
we
thing.
pulled
It
up to,
was-
remember, it was like some weird like
It was like
like,
boarded up.
boarded
and
area.
Dude, those are
and
the
we're like,
best.
jeez, I don't know about that part of town. It was like homelessness everywhere.
Yeah, we got
Oh.
there, and like I kept telling Blake, I was like, "I don't know, let's just get there and figure out what it is." And he was already telling me
It was like a homeless
he's dragging,
shelter, not a
he's
hostel.
dragging his little suitcase, and he's just fucking fiery hot. He's
I
like,
bet it
"I'm
was.
telling you right now, I'm not staying in whatever place you're taking me to." And I was like,
You can
"Dude,
already
just
tell.
come
Turn
with
around.
me, and we'll figure it out. Like we need to at least see it." And he was like,
Nope.
"Okay, that's fine, but I'm not staying there." We get there, and I was like, "Yeah, we're not staying here."
Yeah.
And
It's
he's
like, yeah,
"Alright."
I know. And then we
Which
take
it was like 30 to 45 minutes worth of
Yeah.
train ride, which isn't terrible, but
Hey, well, we ended up meeting the coolest people on that trip, which was dope.
yeah.
Our buddy Matt and Charisse, shout
Matt
out to
and
them.
Charisse.
I don't think they're
That's
together
cool.
anymore.
Yeah,
but
they got a divorce.
They like straight up we got very lucky. The first night I walk up to the bar, we went to see Wicked, and by the way, I was snoring during that because I was so tired from the plane ride in.
Blake also doesn't really
You
care
slept
for
through
plays.
Wicked?
Yeah, I was pretty.
He snored
disrespectful.
through it, actually.
Sin.
I don't know how he didn't
Yeah,
get kicked
I know.
out,
Oh yeah,
frankly.
every time like there was like a silent part of the show, Blake straight up just smack.
Yeah, they had like a little
He's like,
halftime
"Oh, sorry,
where
sorry,
they're like
sorry."
resetting the stage. I walk over.
Intermission, yeah.
Yeah,
Little-
intermission. Whatever, go Cowboys, big football guy. I don't know what to
True.
call it.
I hear you.
Intermission.
No, no.
I'm like, all right, I got to go to the bar and get a shot or something. I walk up to the bar. There's this guy standing there, and I was like, hey, can I have like 3 tequila shots or whatever? And he just looks at me and he goes, from Texas, huh? And I was like, thank God somebody recognizes up in here. And he's like, yeah, man, my lady's from Dallas, blah, blah. I can recognize that accent anywhere. I didn't know I had an accent, but hell yeah to that guy. Well, that happens. I take a shot with them. I come sit back down, and then after the show, we run into them. They're like, hey, we're going to a pub across the street. Y'all are Americans. Come hang out with us. And
cute.
became like best friends with these guys. They took us showed us everywhere in London, like all the cool places. Me and Braden got to eat at the highest up
The Duck and Waffle.
restaurant in London. Yeah, Duck and Waffle.
Because the two of them live there.
They live, well,
They're
yeah,
doctors, and so they're doctors, but at the time they were professors at a university
And they
there,
were
and they
living there.
yeah,
Yeah.
and they travel all over the for they don't stay very long.
Yeah,
in the
they were there
places
for a
that they
few,
are.
like maybe like a month.
Mm-hmm.
But
Love 'em.
they
Yeah, I was gonna
they
say
were
it's
super sweet.
Perfect.
We went to some of the coolest bars. They had a bar that was like Top Golf, but with dartboards.
Yeah,
Okay. Okay.
So it was like a big machine with different games, and you just play darts instead of like hitting a golf ball and do different, styles of games. It was pretty cool.
Yeah, you played darts non-golf ball style.
Yeah, I was like, we got to bring this back to Texas, but
It was
shit.
cool. And they would like video you and stuff so you could see like your instant replay. We have some funny videos of that. But yeah, no, they did. They took us to a lot of cool places, which was so funny because like Barclay refused. See? You want to bring it back to why
Yeah.
we said the things we did. Barclay was like refusing to hang out with these people because he was like, dude, my mom told me about these kind of people. Like they're trying to like, what do you like?
Did he think he was trying to be human
like,
trafficked?
groom you, which is another funny
Probably.
story that
That's
he
not
did.
funny.
He
It's
did
not
actually
true.
get.
It's
I'm not
funny that
joking
he
about
thinks that,
but,
though.
like, they sound like great people. What the hell?
They were trying to groom us and stuff like that to like steal money from us and stuff, and that's what like his mom was warning
like,
him.
dude, the
My
first
mom's
time
been
we
telling
met
me about
them,
this.
they're like buying us all drinks, and like there's
Yeah.
no part of that. They just
No.
don't show us.
And
any
then
time.
they were the reason really for like one of the coolest parts of our trip was when we went and saw the Lion King.
Yeah.
And I told you that story about us
Yeah.
getting those balcony seats like
Yep.
basically for free.
Yeah.
Because no one was supposed to sit up there.
Yeah.
When the
Because
spotlight comes
yeah, and then that's where the play starts, and
Yeah.
the spotlight
They're like,
just
hey guys,
shines
y'all
right on
gotta,
us.
Oh,
y'all gotta
no.
scoot back a little bit for this, and the
Yeah.
whole intro. Yeah. The guy
This
right next to us,
dude-
and we're just like,
And the whole crowd just erupts in
yeah.
laughter because we're in the
on
spotlight.
the balcony.
Oh no!
Freaking
Wait,
out.
why did they
Sick.
sell you those seats then? If
Well,
you're
we did
not
a
supposed
little
to be sitting
good cop,
there,
bad cop
Yeah,
thing.
we
and-
did.
guilted him into
and
it.
Yeah, we
we
guilted
did
him
because
in.
It's fine.
Blake was pretty much pissed off this whole entire trip because he wasn't getting any sleep.
yeah, he was telling
and
me
I was
all
making
about
him
it.
Get drunk all day, and then he wasn't getting any sleep.
Yeah.
And then
He's dead.
he's walking around, he's chafing, like it's
Poor
really
baby.
miles,
Exhausting.
miles every day.
yeah, it
Yeah.
can
It
be,
is.
and I totally get like you probably should have punched me. You still can if you want to.
No, it's
Anyway,
Yeah, he was bitching
we
about
go
you
into
for a
this
good
place
while
and we
at
were
that time.
yeah see we were somewhat late to when we were supposed to be
Yeah.
there. Like we were supposed to go to this area to pull the tickets, and Matt and Sharice are the ones that told us about it. So we go and we were late, and like they had already like sold out all the tickets, and they showed us a map, and they're like, oh well, we have these left. And immediately Blake was like, dude, they have tickets, but none of us would be able to sit together. He was like, this is ridiculous. This is bullshit. We're not doing this. And like, he's pissed. And he's
Immediately
walking
cut out.
out. And I'm like, Blake, well, hold on. Maybe there's something like they could do for us. Like, surely you guys could figure something out. And I think at that point, the guy was just having a moment of, he just wanted to be nice and was like, you know what? Just hold up right here. And then he goes and gets his manager. They come back and he's like, mumbling something, and he's like, like they could
We could just
sit
blind him with the spotlight.
there. They could
What if it
sit
was like
there.
a prank the whole time that
Yeah,
Mike and
maybe.
what is her name?
Sharice?
Teresa.
Matt
Mike
and
and
Sharice.
Sharice,
Matt and Sharice.
Sharice
Yeah, I
were
was
playing
close.
on us.
Yeah, and they're like, hey, we're gonna send these silly American.
We're gonna put him
boys
right
to
under
you,
the
okay?
spotlight,
Yeah, they're
like a
grooming
bunch of
us
fools.
Yeah, it was a part of their grooming
Some of the-
process.
Yeah.
But yeah, and so we ended up getting those balcony seats, and that's where the place started. Yeah, the guy comes out, and they make us move back, and the guy comes out in full headdress and a little staff, and he just goes, and yeah, and then like everyone's staring right at us with the spotlight, and that happened like 4 more
That would-
times
Yeah.
throughout the
No-
show.
oh,
We're
no. It
was pretty
progressively
dope.
I would hate
getting
that.
more intoxicated.
Yeah.
And so it just got funnier and funnier where we were like doing stuff like behind the guy, like totally ruining this Broadway caliber show that was taking place in London at their, their little version of Broadway, but hilarious. But yeah, they definitely groomed us. One of them might have done something to Blake that he doesn't want to talk about. But.
Dude,
Now you have to talk about it.
no, he's just playing.
That didn't sound
Sounds
convincing
like
at
I'm
all.
not playing.
I believe you.
I actually don't know if there is something, but that'd be hilarious.
That
if
would
he
be
did.
pretty funny.
If
No,
he did
they
do
were just
something,
good
and now
people.
I'm now.
Yeah, you
It's
just brought it
Actually,
up.
man, I went back with him one night.
It was really weird.
The only.
They were straight up swingers, though, for sure. They did
Oh, yeah.
admit that to us.
Yeah, they did tell
Okay,
us
that was my guess, but
But
I
they're
wasn't sure if that
like,
was a
what?
good
I
thing
guess
to
so,
say
too.
about
Late
someone.
30s?
Oh, it was like their
early-
6th or 7th marriage each.
Yeah.
It's just kind of lifestyle you live if you have
Yeah. They're cool.
to
though.
travel every other 2 weeks, and like people aren't going to be doing the same thing as you,
Yeah. And then another weird thing that happened there Barclay's mom was there for a couple days. Another
That was hilarious.
just weird thing,
That's
but
hilarious.
shout
out Rochelle.
Yeah, shout out Rochelle. We're sitting at this pub, and we're just sitting there eating dinner, and this guy just darts in, this homeless guy, and he just walks straight up to me, and I'm the biggest guy at the bar, and he goes, "Hey mate, you got a problem with my son's sexual orientation?" And I was like, "Who the fuck are you?" I was
The
like,
thickest boy in the bar.
yeah, the biggest guy in there, and he just walks up to me and starts trying to like cause a problem. I'm like, "Bro, I'm from America. I don't know who the fuck you are. How would I know your son?" He's like, "Oh, we can take this to the back, mate." He's like clenching his fist. I'm like, "What the fuck?" If Barclay's mom wasn't there, this would have been like heaven for us three. We would have just
Yeah, it would have been a
kicked the
moment.
shit out of this guy.
Oh, the homeless
But,
dude. And then
finally-
ran
Y'all
away.
would get banned from London or
No.
England.
Well,
Nah, they wouldn't
luckily
catch
the
us.
bartender saw what was
The
going
queen
on,
doesn't have
and
that
he
kind of
came
power.
over and he was like, "Hey man, get the fuck out of here." He was like, "What was that about?" I was like, "I don't fucking know. He just trying to fight me for no."
That guy probably. So I don't know what their. We have obviously a big meth and heroin problem here in the States, so there's probably something similar taking
Oh, I'm
place
sure.
there in the UK, right? They
Yeah.
might call it some weird name. They got weird shit going on.
Maybe that guy thought he was in prison, and he was in the first day in prison, and he had to like show up the big guy.
Oh yeah,
Just
and
come-
him and his son are
you know,
in prison because
that's-
they like
That's
robbed
what
a
you got to
bank or
do
something.
when you go to prison. You got to walk up to the
Elaborate.
biggest guy and you got to punch him in the face.
Yeah,
That's what I would do.
Yeah,
It's
they
like,
walk
fuck
straight
it.
up to. But although you bring up punching the face, you have a very punchable face.
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
People want to do that.
I
know.
disagree. I
The
wouldn't
problem
punch
is,
you.
I don't think I've really
why
ever
do
been
you say
punched in the
that?
face.
Huh?
Why do you say
My
that?
little
Why do I
sister
say
has
that?
a punchable face.
I don't know.
Have you ever punched him in the face?
I would love to.
I don't think he has. I don't
Everybody
really. I
wants to,
can't
but
remember a
nobody's
time that I
actually
got
done it.
punched in the face. Really.
No, I've never been hit in the face. Yeah, no, I mean, I was just throwing that out there that people talk. You know, they say things.
They
You
do
have a
be
punchable
talking.
face.
Yeah.
But anyway, we did end up. How we definitely knew there was drugs involved is because this guy, a couple blocks down, when we're walking to go
yeah, we passed him.
somewhere else, we passed him, and then he's just like, "Hey, everybody, how you doing?" Like acting all chipper and like he was having a great time.
Yeah.
Weird.
Yeah, or some people have personality disorders. Who knows what it could have been? We don't want to initially blame it on drugs.
I'm not
You
gonna
know.
assume your gender, bro.
Yeah, because not
your
not all
sexual
homeless people
orientation.
are crackheads.
I was
Kay
I was
taught me
waiting
that.
to bring this up.
Kay-
Braden and
Kay
I
taught me
have been
that.
arguing about
It's not an argument.
we disagree about it.
It's a discussion. It's
We're
ongoing.
having
It's
a
an
conversation. We've been
ongoing
having a
discussion.
conversation about like whenever I'm walking around, like if I'm downtown or like my parents have a shop and it's like kind of in
Whoopsie. kind of
You know,
kind of in.
Yeah.
Whoopsie.
There's always people walking around outside, and I always say hello to them. Almost got you. And but he tells me it's not safe because like every person, like
I
I had a
agree
guy
with that message. I don't think it's
There was
safe.
a guy that walked up to me, and I like started freaking out and like reaching for my weapons, and then
Yeah, so
I
naturally
realized
you did.
he was trying to sell me tamales.
Yeah, but you didn't know that initially.
Well, because I don't know, you were like in my head.
It is ironic.
And then right after that, another another guy walks up to me.
Well, wait, hold on. That was adorable. Let's backtrack. You're telling me that I caused that?
That's not adorable.
Yeah, you
It's so
made
cute,
her,
man. It's so
you
cute.
made her act.
I didn't know you
racist.
listened like that to me.
Not racist.
I take it back. Redacted all of it.
No, I
Off the
totally
record.
get what you're saying, and I'm not trying to like just label these people completely as just strung out.
But even if they are
worthless
strung out, what's the worst thing?
crackheads.
No, but what's the worst part about saying hello to them just because they're strung out? If it were any other
A
like
needle
person,
in your cheek.
why would they do that
What
to
if
you?
you
have a-
Drugs
do you have
are
a very
expensive.
Stabbable
Why-
face.
I-
Brayden?
Drugs are
they're out
expensive.
of
They're
drugs.
just, like,
They're
out
out of
there.
drugs and they're angry and they're having a moment. They're having a little relapse. They're having a little withdrawal.
This
and
isn't
as
the
soon
movies.
as you
that
say
doesn't
something,
just happen to people.
it happened like it's happening right now. Guarantee it. Pulled up. I guarantee
Bring it
it.
up.
I guarantee it.
I can't do the
Needle in the face. When was the last time someone got needled in the face? I want that on this podcast.
Dude, did y'all watch that new documentary on Netflix? You know what I'm talking about that we watched the other day?
There's
That
about the
one.
homeless guy,
axe-wielding
the
hitchhiker.
axe-wielding hitchhiker.
Hot.
Y'all gotta see it.
Have you ever picked up a hitchhiker before?
Hell no.
No. I've never
See?
actually seen one before.
Yeah,
In
they're
real
not around
life.
here. You wouldn't.
No. See, you do see them. And what you see is just another homeless person.
No.
Yeah, but I've never seen literally
Right? That's
like
what it is.
fully like I'm
you
hitchhiking.
know.
I've just seen homeless people.
I would probably do it if I was by myself and it seemed like he was chill like that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I think it'd be funny. I would probably make his
Funny.
life a little better.
It's good for the plot, right?
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
like it
It does
depends.
thicken
I would
the
probably
plot.
roll down my window and be like, "Yo, what's the
Yeah.
deal?"
But,
Like
like,
you're
not all
obituary.
hitchhikers
You're
are
basically doing a
homeless.
sales pitch at that point to me.
If you
I
got
pull
murdered
over
by a
to a
homeless
guy,
person.
Yeah.
pitch me right now. What are you doing? Oh man, I'm trying to make it to this state for this and this reason. I'm hitchhiking.
Cool, man.
Cool.
Get in the
Get
trunk.
the fuck.
Get in the bed of the truck.
Get the fuck in. But if a guy's like, my wife down there, we need to help changing a tire. Yeah, fuck you.
That's so different.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Oh, like when there's like a super detailed
Yeah.
plot or something.
Over-
Exactly.
overly
If
like,
it's
"Man,
just
I'm
some dude's like,
chilling."
man, I'm just trying to get to, California. Well, fuck yeah, let's get you there. Bud.
That's where I'm going.
Yeah,
Which
fuck yeah.
that would never
Why
happen.
would
I
Hell
don't
you
know
no.
why
be
we would
driving
never
to
go
California,
there.
California.
without me? Driving anywhere
California's
without
not
me.
that bad.
Rachel,
It's a very beautiful place to imagine.
I'm just saying. Never mind.
It's a stigma. I mean, you got.
No, I get it. I just wanted to.
You
I
gotta
just
say it.
wanted to separate myself
Yeah,
from
defend
that.
them. Defend them. Yeah. Yeah. She.
No.
I'm gonna stand up for what I
No, that's
believe.
good. No,
Self-righteousness.
we need that on the podcast. You need people that have different,
Opinions.
on it. That's what makes a good
Yeah.
podcast.
Permission
Hope y'all are
It's good
enjoying
for
it.
us, yeah.
opinion. This is open opinion podcast.
Yeah, it is.
By the way,
Well, hey guys, thank y'all for tuning in. I think that's gonna wrap up for this week's episode because we don't even know if these are still recording.
that's true. The phones could
So
have died by now.
we probably should call it
Low-
early, but
low
there's gonna be
battery.
lots
You
more
check it out.
content coming
We
to
can
you
do
guys
another one
soon. This is the Funky Bunch podcast. We're gonna have plenty of guests, plenty of fun stories, and plenty of fun times. We got some crazy people around here. Tune in next time. See you later.
Peace.